On this, if I want to determine least squares regression line, I got some numbers for x and y. Then put those in my calculator. And press my stat button, do an enter on edit. And I already have some numbers in here. You may or may not have that. I'm going to press delete over and over, clean those out. And do the same thing here. And then, let's see, 0, 1, 3. So 0 enter, 1 enter, 3 enter. Then 3 5s. 5, 5, 5. Then I'll write her over. And I'll put my y values in L2. 7.1, 5.5. So 7.1, enter. 5.5, enter. 4.3, enter. 5.1, enter. 4.4, enter. And 3.3, enter. Now, you have to make sure your calculator is set up correctly to begin with. So we'll do a second mode to exit out. And we'll go into the catalog. You only have to do this one time. So we'll do second 0. And then we'll push this button, looks like X and -1, because we won't go down the D's. And I'm going to keep doing a down arrow until I get to diagnostics on. Oops. Okay, it's right there. Then I'll press enter. Then enter again. Okay. Now your calculator's set up. It'll stay that way from now on unless batteries go dead. If I press stat, and then I want to choose right arrow to calc, and I want to choose one of our stats. Or wait a minute. Number 4. And I was answering another question with one of our stats. Linear regression. Press enter on it, and press enter again. Now the A and B is what we're going to plug in and to get a regression equation. And it says round 3 decimal places. A is what's before our x. 3 decimal places would be -0.469. So -0.469. The B is our number at the end, and 3 decimal places would be 6.436. 36. And check that. Okay. Now to graph this, well, you could just look at your points. This point is 0, 7.1. Oh, wait a minute. It's giving us a scatter diagram. Never mind. It's asking us to graph that line. Well, you can go to your calculator. You can do a y equals clear. And then we got -0.469 x plus 6.436, and then graph. Now this is just going to give us our graph. Mine's zoomed out or zoomed in or something. So we press zoom and choose 6, and that gives us our line. Now that may not be enough to actually figure out what which graph it is, though it does look like either A or D. Hard to tell for certain on that. You can do the scatter diagram, even though they give that to you. You can do it on your calculator. So if I do second and then y equals, and you see 1, I'll do enter on plot 1. And we want to plot 1 on, so my flashing cursor is on the on, so I press enter on it. My scatter plot is right here, which is not one I want. And all the rest of these should be fine as is. Now if I do zoom, and you can press 9, or, let me show you which one I'm choosing. Zoom stat. Okay. So that's what it gives us. Which looks like this passes, the line here passes a little bit below the second one. It looks like I've been wrong. It looks like B is the answer. And that's how you'd work that problem.